Okay, and welcome back to Vintage Story. We are back here at the Resonance Archive, and we are just kind of recapitulating, resetting ourselves, getting a little bit of food. I'll admit that I had a bit of a temporal storm. Oh, we caught a rabbit. That'll be nice. I can use that for. Or is that Golden Kid? What the fuck is that? I think that's a type of mountain goat that I'm not familiar with. Here, let me just grab. Let me just redo this fencing just a little bit because I kind of like the idea of capturing random mountain goats in here. It's kind of fun. And if I have a bigger pen for them, I guess I'll capture them more easily. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know, it must have dropped down from here, but I didn't realize I had that. Okay, so let's grab some arrows. I'm trying to think if this will be the time where I want the good arrows. Whatever, I'll take those two, and if I need to get rid of some, I will. Okay, I'm back using our plunge method to get down. So last episode, obviously, we basically got all of the generic rooms figured out. And this time, we're going to get... Okay, that is much brighter than it was yesterday. It must have been like fog or something happening. That is much brighter with that machine going in the engineering, though. That is awesome. And you can still see there's this bizarre object in the middle of the room. We'll see what that is later, but at least we have some degree of light on the situation so we can see where we're going. Plus, I think it's less likely drifters are going to spawn. Okay, so the Bell Workshop is next. The reason the Bell Workshop is open is because we put coal in the engineering section, and I guess that opened up the Bell Workshop. So let's do this room now. I went back off camera and got all of the remaining loot out of the noble quarters. We got a bell head, a vessel with nothing in it, empty crates, and this wet, dirty gravel mix, which is a beautiful block, but mainly just kind of a decrepit little corridor here with nothing, not a lot going on. And it gets tighter and tighter, which is such a cool design choice. So you do this spiraling, increasingly constricted passageway. It's like Alice in Wonderland scene where she has to like crawl. But you almost wonder, is it designed to echo the sound that the bell makes? A bell is literally defined as a device that makes a small sound get louder. And here we have one. And we killed it fairly easily. The nice thing about killing the bell in this room is that it's a fairly constrained area, and so there's not a lot of extra room for enemies to spawn. And you can absolutely farm bells here for these cylinders. I already have large sunflower. I might take... I guess I'll take the large seeds for now, but do not need them. And there's just boatloads of shelves, and then floating logs up here too. That's similar to that other room we just saw with the physics that was messed up. I'll take that. But then coming over here, one of the real goodies of this dungeon, 6 iron plates, which is awesome. Okay. That's empty. That is empty. These all appear to be empty. Okay. Probably get rid of some of that as we go. I have some dry grass upstairs anyway. Not that we need any other than maybe to feed those goats. Age ladder, okay, rope. I did get a perk off camera. I got another survival level, And so that means I went ahead and added strong back, which gives me 3 extra storage spaces, partially to help me complete this dungeon. Brass ingot, very steampunky. Yep, nothing in the crates. Don't need the bone mill. Okay, so we're here. The next room here. I don't know. I love this chisel work here. I mean, I love that. Maybe I should make a grate on my steel forge. Another broken bell head there. Beautiful loot crates and everything, but we can't. This is all clutter, so it's not considered lootable. Another little coal-fired thing there. You can step up over here maybe and, you know, keep your eyes peeled for things you wouldn't expect, like more iron plates, for example. Bell clapper, that's interesting. Okay, but it's all clutter. Alright, heading down this way now. A bell rack. That's interesting. They don't look like bells. But here is the main thing we need to take from here. This large temporal gear. Also, look at that real quick. Okay. Inverted refraction cylinder. Okay. Let's look here. Zinc. Alternate injection valve. Couple candles, which is nice. Geez, I'm like 2 clear quartzes away from being able to make a another lantern. All right. And so we've got the large temporal gear. Now, here's the really cool thing. This is clearly set up and shaped like a bell. We've got broken bells on these anvil chiseled looking things made of phyllite. They've got candles and bells on either side. And I really like that design. It's really cool. Not really sure what the purpose of it is. It must be used in the lore of bell making, whatever that entails. But that is the bell workshop. And with that large temporal gear now, we will exit. Our friend, the actual bell, was killed. What is this? Oh wow, I've never actually had this before. This is the Forlorn Hope Estoc. Attack power minus 5.3, so it's not bad compared to what we have. It's a pretty good weapon. Leave the rest of that. Alright, let's get out of here. Again, though, if you need tuning cylinders and you need a bell, that's one surefire place you can come to get tuning cylinders. So we've now killed, in the commons, we've killed the Sawblade Locust. In the Bell Workshop, we've killed a bell. And we'll have to see what's next in store. We're not even 10 minutes into the episode. Gotta love the productivity. Let me just make sure my chat isn't going crazy here. There we go. Okay. One thing I think this dungeon could use is a little bit more enemy spawns. Not a ton, just a little bit here and there. You do get the occasional drifter spawning in, but it's not that much. Okay, so we're going to go back here. Oh, that's the exit. might as well just get rid of a few things real quick. Get rid of the rope, the grass, the firewood. Get rid of these metal parts and metal scraps. They're so ubiquitous. And these sticks I will get rid of. Okay. So now that we have the large temporal gear, we can go back to the engineering section. It's the guard room. We've already done that. So here's the library. The engineering section is just below that. Right here. And we can get... I'm going to go ahead and make sure that our coal... By the way, I also finished looting this room off camera. So basically I just got all the chests and things in this room. So we got 13. Let's even get that up to 16. Keep it going longer. And by the way, one place you can put things in is down here. You can put coal back in these piles. So it's nice to have those piles there. Okay, so with our large temporal gear... Is it here? No, not there. Find a place for this. Is it here? There it is, right there. So we put that in there. And just so you know, like you can... I'm not sure if that... I'm not sure what animation cycle that might or might not have triggered, but... Yeah, like for example, I got all these chests previously. But... Now when we come back out here... first of all... Ultimately, our goal is to get into the library, just FYI. The library is still going to be closed when I come back up here. And so we need to continue working from the standpoint of our engineering section that we just added something, and I'll tell you what we added. We added the large temporal gear, which gives us access to the next room, which we hadn't had access to yet before, which is the translocator room. Here's the noble quarters, by the way, with our candles. It's looking much brighter in here now that that fog is lifted, or whatever it was. But yeah, I finished looting in here off camera, just so you know. It's so beautiful. Oh, there's another chandelier. Should I add these candles? Alright, cool. And we can always... Actually, no, we can't. I was going to say we can always come back and get the candles. I don't believe we can. I think they're gone. But that's okay. We should all aspire to have a well-lit noble quarters in our game. Part of mine, of course, being due to spawning in some candles. Although those two were very legit. That I just added, I mean. Okay, so continuing around this way, we're going to go back to this room here. That's the garderobe. Okay, next room. The next room is going to... And by the way, you could just jump down there too, although you might die. But the next room is going to be the commons here, again. Locusts are over there. And our friend the Sawblade is back here still. Pretty sure. He probably respawned in here, I'm guessing. Didn't he? Huh. You would think you would have respawned. Maybe it's the light. The light is so helpful, though, in all these rooms. I suppose everybody should maybe prioritize getting to engineering and doing that first. If I could redo this whole dungeon, that's what I would do, is go to engineering and get the lights on first. But we're coming down here to the reservoir. I'm going to jump in this little pool and head up this way. the one exit from the reservoir. And we're now on the third band of platforms. So I'm going to take a right this time and head over here. This is going to be connected to this staircase that's blocked off that we saw earlier. The translocator room. Here we are. That one's broken, that one's broken, that one's good. Just real quick though, to loot the room. Granite stones in that one. Granite ashlar blocks. Poor hematite, quartz chunks. Anyway, we're gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the hematite for now. We're just gonna go into the translocator. Okay. Now you'll note that I'm just a little bit away from the actual entrance there. Oh, okay. Got a buddy. All right. Black coal firewood. Nothing like crazy that I really need. Alright, let me throw a couple torches in here. Okay, so there's our translocator. Generic loot there. We'll consider getting some of that on the way back out. Let's see. No important seeds there. Okay, I will take this malachite. I guess I'll take the hematite. I already have a stack of it going. Tempted to take the brown coal, but I'm not going to. I will take those. Don't really need sticks. Probably don't need to be putting every single torch in the torch holder. We're running low on torches. It's conceivable I might want to make some more upstairs next time we drop off our stuff. We could definitely use those to make it. The problem is you can't really make those without a fire pit. And I don't believe the game will let me just make a fire pit, will it? I mean, do I have any... Let's just see if I can just make a fire pit. No, I cannot. So unless there's a fire pit sitting around, you can't just make the torches. Alright. Well, let me just see if they've got any goodies here. Again, I'm leaving the rest of your parts for now. And that's fine. Alright, so this part now. We have a left and a right. Let's go left first. We've got 3 choices here. Another torch area. Oh. Those guys can freak you out if you're not used to them. They're really not too bad, though. Alright, I guess I'll go left here. That was my last torch that I'm, like, free to, like, use up. Okay, we've got corrupt locust, regular corrupt locust. And continuing to go left, I guess I'll put that there, but oh fuck, see, there's like so many torch holders down here. I do like the decorative locust parts. Alright, well, I can go over here. Shift add. Shift remove. Okay. Right click the pump head and you'll get it. Now it is astonishing to me that I was able to like beeline it to the exact area we need to go. because I have no idea how to do that. I usually just explore every passage until I find that bitch. So it's shocking that I was able to find it so quickly here. But the torch holders kind of tell me where to go. I'm not entirely sure how to get back. Ore blasting bomb, ruined pickaxe. Yep, we officially need to make a drop off up top. There's more to loot down here, and I will. Oh, there's a nightmare drifter. That's always fun. Alright. I think I came from here. So yeah, there's more to loot in this little area. For example, you know, you can go back these different paths. Wouldn't hurt to have more torches, as I said. Okay, that's where that thing was. Yeah, I'm officially lost. Let's see. I do remember these locusts being at a turn. It might have been back here. Okay, that seems right. So yeah, I guess the moral of the story is turn left and left and left. Anthracite in here. You know, so we'll come back and loot this. Maybe off camera. There's just so many different paths. Like, if you go back here, you can find stuff. And then there's like a flooded section with water somewhere. And I simply just don't know where everything is. In the meantime, you're constantly being pursued by drifters. There's iron ore here, which you cannot mine. It's still protected. But there's this loot chest up here, which has little nuggets of hematite in it, which is cool. So, you know, it's a well-designed little level. And it looks it very much looks like a mine. And so that's why it's so cool. It looks like somebody's been carving out these minerals. Alright. And there's the translocator we came in on. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head back. Let me grab this. That will just stack into my current thing there. Okay, so unfortunately we have to go all the way back. But it's not that far. The reservoir is here. I'll just jump over and go up the ladder. The other side of the ladder. And then we're in the commons. With our friends, the locusts. And then we simply must go up one floor. I believe. I think that's right. And then find the exit. I could be wrong, but yeah, no, there's the exit right there. Okay. So, again, you know, pretty good, pretty easy. to do the translocator room and the Bell workshop. Extremely important stuff. Oh, I could have stopped by engineering and delivered the pump head, but I didn't. Okay, one thing I'm increasingly convinced of, however, is that you don't need any tool in your inventory whatsoever to complete this. I've done it like 3 times now, 4 times. And I've just never needed an axe or anything. Okay. So let's get our stuff unloaded. Okay. By the way, things in your strong back don't like shift click into place. I'm putting away everything that doesn't have the ability to be set on the ground. But I'll keep everything that I can set on the ground in my inventory. I'm also going to put these 2 sets of arrows away and replace them now with my steel arrows. Alright, and that's pretty good. Let me grab these and some grass. Do I have grass? Yeah, some grass. And let's make another batch of torches. I'll get rid of those. Okay. And then let's get this stuff on the ground. Got 3 of those guys. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got a zinc ingot there. Brass. Cool. Alright, then we've got the tuning cylinder. And the scroll, which we'll put next to this other scroll, perhaps. Right next to the fire, right where it belongs, you know. Okay, we only have 1 serving of this left, which is not great. So we're just going to have to do the best we can with what we got. Let's see here. And also my blood sausage started to rot, so I had to eat that. So I've got these 4. I've got 1 batch of healing items. Guess it couldn't hurt to bring a second batch of healing items for the boss fight here coming up. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Let's take a look at what's in the fire here. That should be enough. Okay. Oh, and I guess I could put some of these away. Our sword has plenty of health. So put that away. That's a really cool looking sword though. And we'll put that away. We don't need that. We don't need that. Alright. Let's do this. Let's go. That was a really good idea. So, from now on, anytime I go down to this dungeon, I'm going to bring a bucket. Let's just save us a little time here. Alright. Alright, so now we need to go back to the engineering section and put the steam pump head in place. And I think it might go over here on this side. There it goes. Keep this engine nice and strong here. So now we've got a completed engineering section. We have the large temporal gear on this side and the steam pump head over on this side. By the way, there's other versions of those in each of these three. It's just this one was missing the pump head. This one was missing the large temporal gear. Now all three sections have all three. When we first put the coal in, this one was already working. That's why the Bell workshop opened up, was this one here. But fixing each one of these along the way opened up the translocator room and then now the library, respectively. So now we can finish the dungeon by going up to the library and seeing what it has in store for us. The library is now open, and we'll head on in. But oh dear, there is a blockage. Can we go up the blockage? No, we cannot. That's a hard stop. So instead we have to come down here and hang out with our friend, our little buddy right here. The immobilized Eidolon. Oh god. Well, that was a good start to the battle. I don't remember being flung across the room before. I usually do this battle from over here now. I start out with a nice little... Okay. I think that might have changed. They might have added the ability for him to, like, shoot me across the room. Okay. That's not cool. Let's jump more when he hits the ground. Buddy. Okay, this guy is like getting me good. Maybe if I kind of stand behind this pillar more, it won't be able to send me across the room because I'll hit the pillar. Kind of. Alright, let's have a bite to eat so we can get our meat shield ability back. And then let's heal up a little bit. Just take about half of this stack to heal. 2, 3, 4. Fortunately, we've got him down on health too. Okay, I do not want to be in his melee range though, that's for sure. Well, at least I get some of my arrows back when I get bounced over there. I think they really upped his ability to fling you across the room. But normally he like shoots out a bunch of locusts, and I don't think he's been doing that this battle. Yeah, this is a good technique. Every time he's about to hit, go behind the pillar and bounce yourself off the pillar. That's much better. Yeah, I missed it that time. Let's heal up. And we are basically out of food now too, which is not good. Okay, we're getting low on health and everything. So I'm just healing up a bit here, as best as I can. And try to get the rest of this battle with minimal additional things to use. Incidentally, I have half my arrows still. Yeah, they've definitely changed this battle because A, he'd usually spawn little locust guys, and then secondly, the flinging across the room thing is new. That is new. Okay, if I jump properly, I can also avoid that. Okay, that one I did not jump properly. Let me just take a couple hits. Oh yeah, the melee there, much better than the bow and arrow. Much better. Probably should have been meleeing him to begin with. I probably would have saved myself a ton of food and stuff. We did get the Eidolon Elucidatory Vessel. That's a new object that they added. And it says I'm supposed to give it to the treasure hunter trader, so that's cool. Okay, so that's our friend the Eidolon, and he is the first ever boss of this game. And we have now defeated him, so we can go through the door. And yeah, we can put a little bit of this in here as well. Alright, I've got 32, 33, that's fine. And they do give you these torches, but again, where would you even light it from? I'm not sure. There must be a way to do that, otherwise they wouldn't put them in constantly. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and light this up. Open up this door to the library. Oh, this beautiful building with a beautiful soundtrack and a beautiful ambiance, and with this lighting that we've added through the coal, it's just utterly gorgeous. And you can come along here, you can see that there's all these books you can grab. These are all lore books. So if you didn't have all the lore figured out by now, boy howdy will you now be able to figure it out. But that's not all. It's not simply about collecting relatively generic lore books. Oh no. By the way, we found a number of these, haven't we? There's some deep lore there. And we can always look up our lore, you know, read through that if we want. But here, what's this? The glider schematic. So we can now make a glider, which is awesome. Okay. And we can put candles in here too, it looks like. But in addition to the lore books themselves, there's the actual thing. Search for a recent recording. You heard blah 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 blah. The voice whispers, what do you reckon is here? It's here for? Another voice says, it's quiet, damn it, it can hear you. Look, you see that? Rubedo is not limited to gold. The principle itself scales to greater heights depending on your tools. My own wretched blood, blah blah blah. Sure, we were dying like mayflies, and mind you, some of the things are a bit hazy for me toward the end, but even so, they have all perished and can't have all turned. I cannot be the only one, but where are they? That's what is always it always comes back to. Forgive my ramblings, I had lost hope, honestly. It became nothing more than a goal to chase. The world has changed, but if the archives still stand and you're hearing this message, well, come find me, my friends. There's much to discuss. The world has shifted since the old days, and I have yet to find where the archives now lay. Interesting, the archives moved. Right. Something old. Confident voice. Oh, that's right. You're new here. Well, it's not as complicated as it seems. You see, all sounds are remembered, even this conversation now. Like memories in your head, they bounce around within the chamber. Only our memories flood and it fills the time. In the chamber, these sounds will never fade. Understandable. A little worm in the corner there, hearing everything we say. Worm. In desperate times like these, you never know what might come handy calling for help if something goes wrong. Cylinders do is provide directions like a map. They tell the resonator exactly where to find the sound within the chamber, and with that, the resonator synchronizes the chamber, blah blah blah. An incredible feat, no doubt, blah 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 blah. Such monumental efforts, blah blah blah. Oh, come now. What could be more important short of the great machine itself? Our libraries are gone, our history hoarded by nobles are left to the rot. This is the last great repository of knowledge in the world, and one thing that will be preserved for all posterity. If Falx doesn't succeed, if we don't survive this, these archives will stand tall for those who may come, blah blah blah. If Falx, who do you think would be left to find us if we fail? Alright, look at the old alchemist. So we already listened to all that. Yeah, I think we've read it all. Okay, so basically the gist is these archives record history through sound, basically. And in a way, it's kind of like living forever, being immortal. And there's also some discussion of Falx, his famous figure in the lore of this game, who's trying to find a cure to the rot, which is the thing that's sort of Lovecraftianly killed off the world. And there's just book after book after book down here. I'll at least get the books on this level. We'll probably go off camera to come back and get the rest of them. There's this half level up here as well. And we're getting all these story points filled in here. But then after the first level here, and the main thing is get that glider schematic and this Eidolon elucidatory vessel. But then we can go, first of all, hold on. Came in there. Right. We can go up a level. And we're on the second level now. Now, before I go too far on this level, you can also open this door up and find this candles, dark green book, parchment. That's fun. They've definitely been tweaking this dungeon since I last did it, and it's looking really good. And feeling very good. Alright. So now we're on the second level. And again, you know, there's all these books we can get. But on this level, we have the interesting additional place we can go. Right over here. And I gotta stop getting these books now. I'll come back for that. Here is like the museum part of the library with all these beautiful objects that you can just grab. Here we've got a saber tooth, a zoolite, whatever that is. You know, this machine, this bird-looking thing, Horus statuette, strange device. These can all be used to decorate your world now. And I'll come back and get the rest of these, of course. An hourglass, very beautiful. I think they've added and improved on some of these. But anyway, there's more books, blah, blah, blah. More objects in the cases. And that's your second level. And then the third level includes some really awesome stuff. First of all, we've got this beautiful headpiece. We've got a bunch of pottery and stuff too. More books. But let's grab this, which can go right on our head. And then if I were to take my helmet off and my coat off, you'd see I've got a little Asian kind of head looking piece there. And then if I were to go over here, I would find this beautiful crown, which I will put on immediately. And now, again, taking that off. Very beautiful. I've got an honest-to-God crown. Okay. So, our inventory is obviously full, and that's as far as I can carry out of here right now. But if I were to go up to the 4th floor, we'd get a final floor worth of books and stuff. Very beautiful. You can look down obviously from here and see all the chandeliers. We could also put some candles in the chandeliers for permanent lighting that doesn't go away when the coal runs out in the machine below. Beautiful music too, obviously. And then to get out, come back down to the 3rd floor, and here we are on that bunch of wreckage right there. So that's the library. Shockingly, I didn't take damage on that. We're just going to put a couple of candles in each of these. Just to have that permanent light. But I'll keep the other 11 for myself. Alright, so that's the library. And that is also going to do it for the episode. We've now succeeded in defeating the Resonance Archive. And the only thing I need to do now is go back and finish looting the translocator room and the library, I suppose. So I'm going to do that off camera. For the most part, let me just finish showing you a couple things. On the 2nd floor museum here, I don't know if you got a good look at all these objects. I mean, I showed you the ones I grabbed. But there's more. There's a giant bottle, an insect amber, whatever that is. Can't really tell. A strange device prototype. Deformed human skull. So all these beautiful objects, very lore-centric, and we're going to get them all and take them back home. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go loot all this up, get it out back to my base camp, maybe even back home. I'm not sure where I'll pick up the next episode, but we'll see you next time on Vintage Story. Okay, folks, I'm still streaming, but I'm not recording the episode anymore. So we'll go ahead and continue streaming, because why not? I'll be a little bit less, you know, active in my commentary while I'm just streaming and not recording. But it'll still be a lot of fun. We're going to stream the rest of the library looting process. Still that weird Resonance Archive-y thing. We never did get a good discussion of what that is or what it looks like. In part because I think it doesn't have good lighting. Like, I just don't think they've made good lights on it, so it's more of a shadow. But I can tell you, just, you know, if you were to fly up next to it, it basically just looks like this giant device with, and it's not even, like, tangible. Anyway. Alright, we'll stop going into creative mode for now. Okay. Here we are. So yeah, we're probably gonna not have enough space for all this stuff. Fortunately, we can set these things on the ground. Same with the books, can all be set on the ground. Alright, and then the glider, I mean, I think I can set that on the ground, but I'm not going to. Alright, let's get... I'll feed the goats a little bit more here. And, I don't know, I only ended up losing, what, 5 arrows there? That's not bad at all. There. Yeah, we definitely need food. And that's a big problem right now. Alright, so let's grab those, get these on the ground. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome, pretty awesome situation here. I guess what I should probably do is get most of my tools back in the old inventory here and let's hunt some food real quick. I don't want to use up those goats if I don't have to. But I do need some food pretty desperately. Is there any food, like, just wandering around? At least it's daytime. Well, I'm just kind of poking around to see if there's any other goats or sheep around. And it's not like we have a ton of, like, health to play with either here. We used up pretty much all of our healing items on the Eidolon, which I may have to fight again if I don't get back in there and get everything out. Maybe that's what I should focus on, is just getting everything out of the library before he respawns. I think he respawns in a few days. I don't remember exactly. I think I see a goat down here, though. Yeah, I do. Not a really good way to get down there, is there? Let me just find the least bad place of all. There's 2 goats, though. That's good. Okay. Cool. Oh, sweet. We didn't take damage for some reason. Alright, let's get this meat going. Only 4. Great. Let's see about this one. Three, even better. Alright, so that's 7 meat. This kind of opens up into a bit of a valley. Let's see if there's any other food out here. A little bit of world gen lag, particle lag. I don't know, maybe the 7 meat will have to do it for now. It's too bad there's no food in the actual place. Oh, here we go. This will help. Help a little bit anyway, not that much. Anything else in a reasonable distance here? It's getting dark. I'm not entirely sure the best route to get back up there. I just poke my head right over here real quick once, just to see if there's any more food wandering around. The butcher mod really fucks me over when I'm not, like, in a place where I can make food directly. And I do have some food on my ship. That's something to keep in mind too. I'm not, like, crazy far away from my boat. Oh, and we could maybe get some coastal, like, is there seaweed in this game? I can't remember. I mean, there is. Can you eat it? Can you even harvest it? Apparently not. Alright. And also, winter's coming to, I don't want to say an end, but it's starting, you can start to tell it's getting warmer out, which is nice. Alright. Wow, it just got really dark very quickly. I guess the sun must have just popped below the horizon. Or not. Not really sure what the deal is with the weather. Alright, well. Not seeing a lot more food out here. Fish I guess I could take. How inconvenient that these fish are not producing food. Alright, let's head back to camp now with what we got. And I have no idea even how to get up there. I think we can just eat this salmon more or less raw. It's only slightly more beneficial to eat it not raw, but I really could use the nutrients. Oh, well, there's growing carrots. It's a shame those aren't ready yet. So I'll just slowly but surely work my way back up this mountain. The salmon is good, like, food just to power me to get back there. Oh, we got copper. Never a bad idea to mark your ores. I might want to change copper to orange, by the way. Something I've been thinking about. It's right there in the mountain. Really don't have space in my inventory for a random low-tier metal. Alright, we'll head up this way. See if we can't make it back to the base camp. Alright, let's sneak in through here. Let's see here. How are we gonna do this? It's basically directly this way. Alright. I think I need to get through this valley and up the other side. I heard another goat, didn't I? I wonder where it is. Alright, let's head back up here. Yeah, that was a good, short, concise episode. I like short episodes. Okay, there's a goat. It's a mountain goat though, not one of the other ones that I'm used to. And a chicken I could take as well. That might have been related to the one that I captured up there. Alright, well, I'll take the meat all the same. Let's see. I'm trying to think what the most efficient way to distribute this meat is. Should I just go for a straight 2-portion hefty meal with 2 extra, or should I go with 2-portion, you know, 2 divided by 5 or 4 divided by 2? That's the question I'm really asking there. Alright, well, whatever. We'll keep going. Should be getting close enough to almost see the lighting. Oh, it fell a little bit there. I think I saw an opening right on the other side of this, though. Let's hope. Yep, I was about to give up on that, but no, that's what I thought would happen. Alright. Now, base camp should be just over this ridge. Wouldn't mind getting a couple wolf kills here either. Add to my bushmeat. There's base camp, okay. Alright, well let's get the food going, and then we'll get back down to the library. Alright, so let's just do 5 servings of red meat stew, or do I want to do like the hefty? I don't know which is the better. Let's try that. I'm gonna go against what I typically do and just do that. Alright, so let's let that cook up. I will go ahead and just eat this fat directly. I guess I could have made an oil lamp. But whatever. It's almost silly that I'm like keeping these goats around. I have this idea that I'll capture them one day and get them back to my camp. Incidentally, I started carving out a mountain path to get me down to here at sea level, which will put me in position to get back up to my boat, which is right up here. It doesn't count as an owned creature, though. So, that will be something soon. We're going to have to make that tough choice as we get closer to heading out. But let's get our food situation under control first. Okay, and we've got some company here. Alright, well, I'll wait a second. Alright, let's see if I can go attack this guy. Nice hitbox, sir. Alright, he got me once, I got him once. We're all good. Okay, there's our stew. And then let's get this going for the rest of that. Okay, we'll take that. See how filling this is. It's not bad. Could be better. I'll take one of these with. And we'll come back and get the rest of that food next time we're up. But let's go get as much as we can from the library before our friend the Eidolon respawns. And actually, if you'll just stand by, I'm gonna put some background music on, basically. Okay, so hang tight. Oh, we almost fell. So I feel like it's somewhat likely that we will have to refuel the lighting mechanism, depending on how resilient that is. Alright, he's still disabled, that's good. Alright, so oh, we're completely out. Although no, I was gonna say, boy, that did not last long, did it? Alright, we're back. Alright, so let's be quick about this, because I don't want to run out of light. And I think we already did the first floor fully. Just kind of double checking. Alright. Let's just assume we've completed that and do the second floor now. Okay, so let's start over here now. Get that. Alright, let's grab what's in here. Grab that. Alright. That is that. So we'll go back to the other side now. We've already gotten that. And so now we're in the Hall of Mysteries kind of area. And we'll grab all of these. Oh, and this is a skill book. Nice. Okay. All right. So let's get the objects out of here. Oh yeah, there's a zoo light. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that either. Okay, let's get each of the 4 quadrants on each of these, just in case we don't see whatever it is that's in there. Okay, I'm pretty confident on those. Okay, and then we'll go back over here. Okay, another hidden object that we didn't see clearly. Okay. Oh wow, there's tons of stuff here. Alright, that's it for this set of inventory. So I think I can get the rest of the library when I come back one last time. So let's head out. Keeping in mind that we need some more coal. We're going to need more coal, which you can grab over at the engineering section, which is right below the library. I need to go up to the 3rd floor to get out, sorry. Okay. So we'll run this back to the surface. And we're making really good progress. I suspect 2 more trips to the Resonance Archive and we'll have everything, literally everything out of here. And then we'll make choices about what to bring back with us. Okay, I'll get that going. Oop, shit. Oh shit. God damn it. How do I push Q? Alright. Let's do it manually. You know what? This. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at like streaming. Yeah, this Hazarithius. Absolutely. This is the Resonance Archive, obviously the first dungeon of this game, but they definitely capture that feel for sure, and I love it. It's oh, did I get it right? Okay, Hazarithius. It's a great name. Um, yeah, they definitely capture the feel of the ancient civilization, but also like in the feeling of like Lovecraftian vintage story. All right, good to know. I appreciate having easy to approach nicknames. Oops. Well, that's fine. All right. So again, we'll be putting everything we can on the ground that's possible. Which I think is most of this. Let's see. What else can we put on the ground? I don't really need these large seeds. Okay. So this is our haul so far from the Resonance Archive. And this is my little base camp. And we're gonna have to make some tough choices about what to carry back to our boat, and then later all the way back to our main base. One nice thing about this game is you can set virtually everything on the ground, which is very convenient. Including nice deformed human skull there, insect amber, all the lore books. Probably need to put the parchment in. All right. Let's just put these as firewood. Wouldn't mind having some of those wolves to eat at this point. We do have this though, and a couple more bowls of meat stew. I guess I'll leave that up here. Alright, so immersive mouse thing. What is that? Does that get rid of the crosshair? Alright, so we're back down here. We're gonna do a quick detour up to, or down to engineering rather, to get some more coal. Mix it so storage and the like floats at the object and you can walk. Oh, that sounds intense. Yeah, I mean, that sounds interesting though. I mean, it's probably a pretty good way to do things. Alright, I just took a shortcut to engineering there. And we're just gonna borrow some coal from back here. Maybe 37. We're gonna put some of it in here to keep this fire going. This one's a lot more efficient than the library one. And then we'll go back out to the library. It's murder on the left thumb until... Oh, I suppose it probably would be. It does sound a little bit psychopathic, but... you know, I think I've got it pretty good. I think the game does a good job feeling immersive as is, but I get what you're saying. I mean, it's always I love a good immersion mod in general. Our friend is still disabled here. And actually we've got 6 coal left in this fire as well, which is surprising. Alright, 30 should get us through. Oh, okay. I see. In-game setting, controls. Is it control or is it accessibility? Mouse, probably. Immersive mouse thing. Interface. Ah. Well, blocked out. Okay, you know what? I'll try it. I'm guessing I'm not gonna like it, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it is. Oh, okay. That's cool. Because if I didn't have that setting, I would, first of all, I'd be stuck facing the same exact direction. I don't mind it. I'm gonna try it. Why not? Okay. Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, you still have this range that if you walk away, it'll still close. Okay, so where I left off looting the library, I believe I was on the 2nd floor. And we've got most of the library. We're just gonna... first of all, I'm a complete pack rat, and I try to get everything. But secondly, I mean, this is some important stuff. This is good, unique items in the game that you really can't find elsewhere. Oh, wow. Okay. How do I have to hold Alt to move that. Alright, well, I don't like that. Alt key pressed. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't like that. Let's see, if I do... I'm gonna have to get... I'll keep giving it a shot and getting used to it, but definitely don't like the Alt key thing. I don't mind having the little dialogue window above the container, and then you just walk around. That's kind of cool. It reminds me of some other game. Maybe a Baldur's Gate 3 thing, maybe? Is that? Shift click. So if I hold Alt and push Shift, it will still work. Okay. I feel like you're maybe secretly one of the designers of this game that did the interface, and you're just trying to get on Twitch and popularize your cool setting that you designed. Okay, so that's that book, and we're down with this side of the 2nd floor now. You wish. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not a mouse setting for everybody. I feel like it is a somewhat more advanced thing. I think I already did this side, but I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, we did. We did, okay. So we'll go up to the 3rd floor now. I also really love the soundtrack. It has this very subtle harpsichord happening in the back. Yeah, I'll definitely have to get used to that. I'm getting the hang of it, though. Okay, now I'm obviously fucked up. Okay. Oh, I like the diamond. See that harpsichord there? That's so beautiful, in my opinion. And there's like a unison with some other instrument. I can't tell what it is. It's one thing to get one object off a bookshelf. It's another thing to maneuver an entire container at the same time. That's the tough part. All right. Come back to this little notch there. Let's go over here first. I mean, it definitely requires more work. but it's supposed to be more immersive is the point. Why is it so, why would you say it's more immersive? What's the argument for that? Some free pottery. Jesus, more books. Alright. At least it all stacks decently. But yeah, the floating boxes is nice. I will agree with that. There's something kind of cool about the inventory dialogue box floating there next to the container. That is kind of nice. I agree. Alright, so we've done the third floor now completely. And we're up, and we've run out of fuel, inexplicably. I put some candles down in that chandelier, so it will continue to be permanently lit. But, man, that fuel does not last long, does it? Alright, let's get rid of those sticks and those arrows. And we're just about done with the library. I'm gonna force myself to be done, even if I miss something. I'm pretty sure I got everything though. Okay, so definitely, like, for anybody that like doesn't have the lore of this game figured out, I mean, this library is crucial, I would say. Well, I guess I didn't need to throw that, whatever it was I threw down there. Huh. I don't even remember what it was. I guess a cooking pot? No, I kept the cooking pot. It was those arrows. Well, I don't really need 6 black bronze arrows. That being said, I'll take them. Why not? Alright, so we're now officially done for the library, and the only thing left to take out of this dungeon in general is out of the side of the translocator room that I didn't go down. And so we'll do one more quick excursion to that area, and then we'll be done completely. Did I get this? Yeah, there's nothing in there. Alright, so we're back to here. We do love the library. The library is a beautiful... one of the most beautiful things that anybody has ever built in this game. Probably helps that, you know, being the game designers themselves, they're able to implement new blocks as they're building. It's always a nice little bonus to have. Yeah, thanks for the helpful memory reinforcement, Hayes. I assume you're a Vintage Story player yourself? Well, yeah, you told me you used that interface option. Oh, just recently. Cool. I've been playing for, I don't know, 2-3 years. At least. And remain addicted to the game to this day. It's such a good game. It's so beautiful and easy to play, accessible, fun. Full of, different things you can do. Alright, so we're back to the surface. One last dropping off of things. Alright, I tell you what, no offense, we're gonna go ahead and switch back, at least for this part of dropping things down. pot. I should have made a bookshelf with my planks. Let's just say there's going to be a lot of books that get left behind, sadly. My village that I'm making back home, which, you know, you can check my other streams or stick around long enough and see my village, but basically, yeah, I haven't really built a library yet, so I have a couple of random bookshelves sitting around, but this will be my excuse to build that library finally. Okay, I suspect I'll be able to get everything else now with just this. Okay. How are we doing on food? Let's grab a quick bite to eat, and let's grab one of these for the road. Okay, blue inventory slots is from the X Skills mod. Oh shit. Fell out of the stream there. That's no good. Fortunately, I used temporal gear right up there, so we're fine. Let's just make sure we stay in the stream this time. Fortunately, there's my poor little body. But yeah, fortunately, okay, so here's the X Skills mod. If you push O, so no, Hayes, it's not. But somebody did a patch. They did a patch for 1.20, and I got it. It was like for some server. It's like not the official version of the mod. Feels slightly bad. I mean, it's for their server, and all they did was they themselves updated the 1.19 code to 1.20. But yeah, I definitely lost half my survival experience there. But the strong back perk here, which I have one of, and you can get a second one, gives you an extra 3 slots of your inventory. And if you die, you keep the... Well, no, there's another perk that says if you die, you keep those. That's a different perk. Okay, so I need to get down to the translocator room, which is slightly inconvenient to get to. Could farm another bell for another cylinder, but I don't really need to do that. Alright, here's the library. We'll head down one floor. And this will be engineering. We need to find the commons, which I believe is over here. And say hi to our friends, the locusts. There they are. Could say hi to our other friend, the Sawblade Locust, as well, if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to go down to the reservoir. Okay, and then now that we're down here, we can finally go to the translocator room, which is right over here, I believe. Okay, so this is the very last place where I haven't finished collecting things from this dungeon. When I was down here before, I beelined it straight for the pump valve thing that you need to activate the library. However, this time we're going to go ahead and go right. Let's go right and right and right until we can't go right anymore. Oh, and I brought a bunch of torches this time so we can light up as we go. I will take that coal for sure. I really wish I could take this this chest using the carry-on mod, but it won't let me, of course, because you can't modify things that are permanent to this dungeon. Okay, turning right, we'll go under the sea, under the waves, Don't really need any of that granite or even the obsidian. Alright, let's go right over here. Nothing, okay. That's just a clutter crate. Cannot put a torch in the water, obviously. Alright, let's use this shorter one here first. This is such a pain in the neck to navigate because there's so many different connecting pathways. But I believe if I come up here, this is, yeah, that's exactly right. There's that torch I put there. So we basically just did a loop, but we did a short loop. Now we can go into a longer loop, either by going back here into the left or by going down this way. I see nothing over there. Andesite stone, not that useful. Meteoric iron would be awesome if we could grab that, but yeah, we cannot. Quartz, I'll take the milky quartz crystals. I'll leave the other quartzes, even though we could theoretically go upstairs and build another lantern. Yep, I definitely can't harvest any of those, but that's pretty cool. Alright. And now this connects up to here. Bauxite stone. I wouldn't mind some of that. Running low on bauxite back home. And this theoretically should connect up to where the other passage was that we didn't go down earlier. Which I believe is right here. Yep, that's right. So this is where we were earlier, and then the first time we went through here, and now we've gone through there into the, you know, all the way around, and all basically it's basically a giant complicated figure 8 shape. All right, last but not least, we'll go back down this way, and previously we went that way to get our steam pump valve, but we're gonna go this way this time. Will definitely almost certainly be accosted by, you know, sawblade locusts or some, you know, decently tough drifters. Okay, here's that iron room. Boy, it's really dark in here suddenly. And that's all we can loot from the iron room, sadly. Yeah, even with these torches in place, it's extremely dark. I think that's like the weather, honestly. Could be the time of day, too. That might play a function in it. Oh, I don't remember which way we came from. I guess it was the other way. Okay, so now at this point, we're at this intersection with the torch. And I believe this is the way to get to the steam pipe valve thing. Maybe. Yep, there's the steam pipe valve area. So we were already here getting that. That's what we know. Some more coal we'll take. Let's just pop our head in over here. Alright, so we came from there, I think. Let's poke around just a little bit more over here. I'll take that. That's all granite and stone. We don't need any of that, of course. Looks like they're doing some bomb blasting here. Alright, I think this is the last one. Nothing really there. Okay. So head back down this way where we came from. Have we been over here? Not sure. This is a very complicated dungeon. This is the Iron Room, okay. So yes, we have. And okay, that's the steam pipe area. So we came back down here. Iron Room's that way. Wait, is this the Iron Room? Okay, that's the Iron Room, sorry. That's the dead end anvil. Okay, I'm so close to getting back out of here. That's the ramp. What's over here? Anthracite, we'll take that, I guess. And then that's the ramp. Both of these are like a similar layout. Let's try going this way this time though. I think I'm just about done with... Yep, here we are. We're back. We're back to the translocator. Okay. Last but not least, do I want any of these seeds? No, I do not. Brown coal, I guess I'll take that. Blasting powder, I'll take that. Alright, I think we're done. Alright, we're officially done with the Resonance Archive now. Oh, hold on. Put that last torch in. Alright. Done with the Resonance Archive. So now we have to make the difficult decision about in what manner to take our things out back home. And this will be a challenge. Probably a challenge, honestly, a little too boring to stream. So I will probably discontinue this stream here in a minute. As the reservoir. This will put us up in the commons. Should I take out one more Sawblade Locust? See if we get like a good Jonas part. I don't even know where this guy ended up. Isn't he normally in this room? Is he just like in between respawn cycles? Not really sure. One thing I'm definitely looking forward to though is the new game content will be a blast for sure. Come on, Mr. Locust. Alright, let's head out. So here's the commons. We'll head back to the staircase. And we'll head on out. Now I could go and loot the rest of that black coal in the engineering section, but I'll just leave it for a future occasion if I'm ever back for nostalgia. Minimally glowing. I mean, maybe it's still on and it's just so dark because of the lighting conditions caused by the haze and the fog that I can't see. Alright, so basically I'm going to have the ability to carry my current inventory plus one chest's worth of things So I'm going to have to fill that chest with the most important objects. Get it back to the boat, basically. I guess I could just load the boat up with stuff. That's probably what I'll end up doing. As best as I can. And then eventually we'll do a translocator directly to the Resonant archives, and we'll get all the books or whatever that we end up leaving behind. Yeah, that's a good question about the boat. The boat is, I want to say maybe 6 chests or something worth. I don't know. I don't have a good sense of that yet. Basically, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this chest to carry stuff. God, I have a lot of stuff. Okay, let's make sure I get the things I need. Classic mistake, you know. Get these iron plates. I definitely want those. I'll leave behind any butterfly pins, any, for the most part, any article of clothes, except for the velvet shirt. I do like the velvet shirt. Let's see here. I mean, I really want all these, like, exotic objects, right? So, yeah, this andesite rock can just go. Brown coal, I'll set down on the ground. And then I'll put the bauxite there. I'll take the candles. Consolidate those. Those. Alright. Now, I don't see anything urgent here that I really need. So, let's get... Oh, I did see one thing real quick. Consolidate that parchment. Alright, let's get some things out of here that we don't want. Consolidate that. Alright, these are all things I want. So let's put some of that junk in here. Actually, I'd rather have the junk than the quartz crystals. Okay. At some point, we're just going to have to be, like, okay with having not optimal things. Because we want to get as much as possible, right? So, I think what I'll do is... Okay, I definitely want these gold ingots. Let's just call this my backpack. For now. And then let's... I definitely want the Nice. Definitely want the Forlorn Hope Greaves in particular. The mannequins can wait. Let's take this. I do like the globe thing. Large book stand will take. Alright, and then let's get as many of these, like, exotic objects as we can. Probably don't need the ladders. I like how you can put them in an angle, though. That's kind of fun. Alright, here we go. We'll get that. And that. Alright, so that is basically a full inventory's worth of stuff. And I think I've basically got all of the main things I really want. There's like one Jonas part here that I'd really like to take, maybe. So let's put this down. Oh, let me also have a quick bite. Did I bring my other... Yeah, I did. And then let's grab those two up. I can't remember which one it was, but I think I'm missing one of them, so... Okay, so now... yeah, so it's not a corner ladder, sorry. I said I like how you can put these at an angle, is what I was getting at. Because they're clutter. And so... Oh, shoot. I guess they're not considered glued for some reason. But anyway, rather than using a normal ladder, because they're cluttered, they go at the angle like a chest would. That's all I was saying. All right, let's head back now. So I've been slowly but surely carving a shortcut down to my boat, and this won't be. Oh, also let's just get rid of these embarrassing death indicators. This will save us a lot of time getting back down here, I think. But yeah, this is a cute little mountain path that I've made. And we're not that far. We're only about 300 blocks away or less. And we're basically at the right elevation, so this will go really fast. Maybe just a little bit lower, but I want to overshoot it, not undershoot it. But really, this will be... Yeah, no question, like, if I were doing this in a way that wasn't just a quickie little tunnel, I would do that. And frankly, if I ever have to get those goats back, it's conceivable that I'd want to do it that way too. But although I think I can capture the goats now. I think I have, with the X Skills mod, if I get... Do I have to have a certain level of husbandry? I can't remember what it is, but I can, like, capture goats eventually, I think. Yeah, this is going very quick. Hopefully my pickaxe doesn't run out. I don't think it will. But yeah, so like my boat is just like right up around the corner once I get through this mountain. Just a couple hundred coordinates away. But yeah, sadly, I haven't been able to get the elk from the trader this playthrough. I don't know if you've played enough to know how to get the elk reliably. The treasure hunter trader is supposed to give you an elk, and I have gotten an elk from them in the past, but in this playthrough he doesn't seem to want to give it to me. Not really sure what's going on with him. Like, I wonder if I needed to have completed the Resident Archive first, then he gives me an elk. That's conceivable. But I'm very excited to see what comes next in that regard. We're just about to the edge of the mountain here, and so we'll probably maybe go down just like 10 more. Like this, kind of, basically. Because I think, like, sea level on this world is like 110 or so. 115. Okay, so we'll be popping out of the mountain here very shortly. We have enough food for now, but it's gonna be dicey going forward if I make a couple runs back and forth to the boat, you know? Like, if I don't find more food before then, that could be dicey. Alright, this is about as low to the ground as I want to get elevation-wise. Okay, and we've popped out, so that's perfect. And actually, yeah, it is literally perfect, I think. It's about to be, anyway. Oops. There, now it is. Okay. So we're back out on the ground. It is 9 o'clock, so I could take a sleep. Hello, mister. I could sell him... I think I have Squire bracers that I got. I could sell him that. But let's just take a rest on his little bed here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I calculated that pretty close, didn't I? Alright. And it'll be middle of the night. Fortunately, not outrageously cold now that spring is just around the corner. And then, my boat... Oh, we got some friends here. As you can tell, like, I'm so, like, decked out with loot and gear right now that I just don't have time to loot the, actual drifters. Okay, so my boat is just right up on the other side of this landmass here. And I was lucky to have gotten it so far down to the close to the Resonance Archives as I did, frankly. So my boat is in this bay here. And this bay goes all the way up into the ocean with a couple of little choke points. And then the ocean takes me back to my home island, which is here. Alright, so we'll continue on. The trip overland will just take 2-3 minutes each way. On the way back, it's conceivable I'll grab that wolf and butcher him for some meat. I do have a little bit of food on my boat, so that could be helpful. I love how I defeated the Resonance Archive without any problem whatsoever, but then my one death that I've had, like, I've maybe had 2 deaths in this entire series, but one of them was just me falling. Oh, my phone thought I was talking to it. Alright. I don't know why I even bother bushwhacking at all. It's pretty heavy forest, but could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Nice little cave. And we're just about there. It's just right up over this ridge, as I recall. Might be more than a little ridge. It's a big ridge. But I think I see the edge. Also, wouldn't be bad to start looking for more resin trees along here too. Alright. Boy, it's gonna feel good to have my boat, you know, have a place to put things, etc. And it should be right up here along this coastline somewhere. There it is. Man, that does feel pretty good. Now, here's the thing. I've got 3 chests on my boat, I believe it is. Oh, there's some copper right here on the shore. That's cute. Never a bad time to mark copper. What did it just give me? Oh, it was a stick, I guess. Alright, so if I were to sit in my boat, actually we'll sit in one of the boat seats. Here's what I've got in my storage vessel so far. So let's just kind of click through all these and get them somewhere. It doesn't matter where. Oh, whatever, let's just put this in there, okay. Alright, and then a couple of those. Okay, so that is full up all of that. And yet we still have tons of room. Let's get rid of that. I mean, tons of things we need to transport, is what I meant to say. Put that there, put that there. And some arrows. Now let's, the problem is, we've got, well, you know, the thing, to answer your question there, is I've already had to dig a couple of passages for my boat to get through. Notably here, I dug out a little kind of portage kind of place, and then up here I had to dig out the sides of this passage to get through. So, I mean, it does kind of make sense from a timing standpoint. It's the faster way to go. Alright, so let's just eat this real quick. And then I'll get rid of this grass. And then the problem is, like, I have this chest full, and yet I have no extra space in my boat inventories to put anything. So I guess what I have to do, sadly, slightly inefficiently, is put this chest down. Let me just plant a nice big pine tree here. I think the thing to do is to put this chest in the boat as a container, and then maybe make a reed basket or something. I mean, I could make a, oh shit, come on. Okay, so I think I can control, yeah, I can put that there. And now I can put all this stuff in here. Oh, whatever, come on. But now, of course, I don't have another basket to haul things back to the boat with. So the most practical, sensible kind of half-ass solution is to make a reed basket. Use that for an extra 8 inventory slots. It's not as good as having however many, 16 or whatever's in the normal chest, but it'll work. And that'll give me like one last look at, oh shit, I just got rid of my torches. That's fine, they were taking up space anyway. That's probably a blessing in disguise. I'll mark that resin there. I always mark the resin with orange, the B symbol. By the way, this bay does extend down to here. And the only reason I didn't go further down is because I wanted to say hi to this trader here, this survival goods trader there. Oh, you know what? I could go buy... Let's go buy some food from him. Sometimes I forget that traders sell food. We'll buy some food and look for 24 cattails for one more carry-on chest. There go some goats. Okay, I guess I can't buy food from him. Fuck. Buy another wolf pup. Alright, so in light of that, also we've got a bit of a late winter blizzard here. We may need to think about food in terms of cooking up some animal meat. Here's that angel statue I saw on the way down, by the way. A very beautiful landmark that I'd like to come back and get. It's not a priority right now. My priority is getting things out of the Resonance Archive. Alright, so not far away. I guess I could fish if I need food. I think I might be okay though. I think I have enough food energy for one more trip back to there. I really need to be focused on cattails, what I need. Actually, you know what I could do is I could obviously cook the cattails. Too bad it's not summer and there aren't ripe berry bushes. That would solve all these problems. I didn't anticipate running out of food during this trip. Alright. So we need 24 cattails. And I'll just harvest up their roots so I can cook those up when I get back to my camp. So I'll just go until I have 24. We should be getting the occasional bonus harvest on these due to my farming skill. Okay, so that's half of what I need to make my basket. This might well do it here. $20, $21, $22. $23, I just need the one more now. Put over here. Here we go. Okay, that'll do. Whatever. Okay. So we've got our cattails now to make a basket. And then we'll go ahead and plop just right back. Oh, there's some wolves too. I'll take you. Oh, and a boar, even better. Come on, Mr. Boar, I want... Oh man, this water motion thing that they changed. The boar is gonna get away, sadly. Yeah, we'll just take that, I guess. It's not very much at all. Okay, let's see if I can get this one. That wolf killed the baby pig there. Alright. That's good. Okay, so now we have a decent supply of food. I think a sufficient supply of food, dare I say. Let's get me back, all the way back home. And then the next time we come up here, we'll do a translocator engineering teleport to get us back here anytime we want. If for no other reason than nostalgia. Although, frankly, I've seen the Resonance Archive enough times to know it's not... It doesn't, you know, carry the same majesty for me these days that it once did. Although I still love it. It's still utterly gorgeous, beautiful building. Alright, we're just about back. Oh, here's another resin tree. Okay, so there's our friend the trader, and I just gotta figure out where our cave entrance was. Here it is. Alright. Oh yeah, we've got all these blocks that we're gonna be picking up for a little bit here until they disappear off the map. Eventually they'll run out, as they have there. Let's just place them in a little hole here. Okay. And I'll go ahead and eat this fat up. It's good winter survival food. Fat, also one of the objects in the game that counts as food that never goes bad. One of several. Honey is another one. Beef jerky. Okay, I'm glad I made that tunnel. That's very, very convenient. Okay, we're back. Let's cook. Start cooking this wolf meat up. Oh crap, I got rid of all my torches, didn't I? That's hilarious. I got rid of every single one of my torches. Okay. Well, oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so this is the one we can carry, so let's sit that down. Oh yeah, let's not forget the glider schematics. Okay. And that one burned out. Let's get these ingots. These cloths are probably pretty nice. We definitely want to get these. Okay, that is a lot of what we want. Let's grab that and that. I guess we'll prioritize these Jonas parts. Okay, so let's get this on our back. That's ready to go. Now I'll go ahead and eat these. Okay, so that's just mostly, almost all clothing. Couple of exceptions, but the vast majority of these chests are clothing. So, not urgent, particularly. So let's maybe get the cylinders. Definitely get this diamond. Sabertooth, okay, almost forgot that one. I'm just looking for anything else unusual that... Maybe the conch, I guess? I do really like the stiletto and ruined dagger. Okay, Okay, we'll wait until this finishes here, then we'll put the cattails on. Alright, let's eat these. And then let's just fill up our inventory with random other things. None of it's that important at this point. Or maybe I'll just make some choices about objects in these chests. Maybe I'll get my seeds, my rare seeds that I kind of want. The parchment would be useful, and I don't know, miner mask. Sure. Okay, we'll come back and get all the rest of this stuff at another time. Let's eat these. Alright. I think that's gonna have to do it. So let's head back to the boat. And then we'll head home. Oh, we've got a visitor. Creepy little visitor. I hate these guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, good point about the honey there. You know, it really, they use it just for this. They accurately portray it in this game, I feel, because they do use it for antiseptic purposes. It can be used as a poultice. You know, you can use like a, like a healing device here. With honey, a little bit of sulfur. Oops. They also, keeps forever in real life, and it's used for, well, food and whatever else. I mean, basically it's used for everything in this game that it's used for in real life. I kind of wish this game had, like, sailing music, so when you get in your boat and start sailing, you get this, like, cheesy, like, 90s era, like, JRPG world map music. I think that'd be fun. Do you know what I mean? Like those games where you'd have, like, when you finally got to a certain point in the game, you get, like, some sort of vehicle that you can travel around the world in, the world map. But it has, like, this goofy, like, over-the-top festive music that plays when you're in it. I kind of would love if they did that and gave you, like, whenever you start sailing your boat, you get this, like, Mickey Mouse style, just ridiculous over-the-top music. Also still in the market for bees. I think that sound is just the wind. And it's a little early for bees. It's still February. But hopefully, speaking of honey, I definitely need some bees to start my hives on my island. Yeah, I mean, not like Sea Shanty 2 from RuneScape. I don't know. Let me pull that up. Let's see how it sounds. Let me see what this is. Yep, that's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's kind of loud, sorry. That's exactly the vibe that I'm talking about, though. It's a little bit ridiculous, but I really do like it. there's any number of games that have a similar. I'm trying to think which one I was thinking of. Um, like I'm thinking maybe like Final Fantasy 2 or something like that. Maybe Breath of Fire 2. This one's ridiculous. I have to say, this one's particularly goofy. Like, whoever they paid to write this song definitely phoned it in this particular day. Alright, I'm curious now. I'm gonna go ahead and play the playlist. There's a playlist that came up, and we'll just see what comes up. This is all RuneScape. I never really got into RuneScape. Can you hear that? It's hard. Let me pull up my mixer here. A little bit. There we go. See, bizarrely, my degree was in music composition, and so this is all MIDI composed music. Obviously, it's electronically generated from a sampled sound file that just has basically one option per pitch. So it's just this ridiculously. MIDI is great. Everybody knows the sound of a MIDI. Some of it's better than others, though. Like the harp's not bad. Okay, my boat should be right up here. Perfect. Alright, and now it's time to set sail. Stand by. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and sail up here through these passages. And of course, we'll have to come back, like I said, and get the rest of our stuff. Okay, I'm glad you can hear the music clearly. Oh, and oops, Vintage Story has decided to play a song too. I'm like neglecting Vintage Story just so I can screw around with the RuneScape music. That's an interesting soundtrack. Okay, whoops. Oh yeah, I was like throwing things out of the boat at one point on my way down here, and they're still sitting there floating in the ocean, like flowers and like dirt blocks and things. That's funny. All right, so our first minor obstacle is this little pass. I should name each of these little passes in the ocean. Kind of like in like some movies and stuff, you can have like the Cape of Good Hope or Dalton's Pass or whatever. You know, all these. In the lore of the Donner Party, there was Hastings Cutoff. I like the idea of a cutoff being just a thing. Fortunately, we're not going to have to resort to cannibalism on this adventure. I wish you could see a little bit better in the boat. Have you tried using the boat so far, Hazel? Or whatever? Cutoff, was it the site of a famous ambush? Hastings Cutoff was a shortcut that this guy tried to sell to people on the Oregon Trail. It's like, don't do the full Oregon Trail. Go down into the Salt Basin in Utah. It'll be faster. And so the Donner Party took that shortcut, and yeah, they, like, a lot of them died. And then they had to eat each other. It was a whole thing, as you probably know. So, Hastings Cutoff was that one. There probably was some sort of cutoff that was an ambush site. You know, that does sound vaguely familiar, but I'm not an expert. Alright, I need to sail up through this passage now. Like, or, you know, there's like straits, like the Strait of Dover, which is just I can't remember the definition of a strait. It might be like a water passage connecting two larger bodies of water that is shallower in between the two other bodies of water, which contrasts with like a channel or an estuary or all these other different things. I don't really know all the definitions of geological things like that. All I know is this is one that I had to dig out right here, and this one gets tight. This one is a tight passage here. Let's see if it's frozen over. It has not. We can still barely sneak through here. And you can tell by the flowing water that I had to dig it out manually. Oh, am I stuck? Oh no. Surely I can get through here. There, oh, almost. There we go. Good music, huh? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. Now this one will take us pretty far north at this point. So I'll go ahead and go basically due north at this point. And I'm going to set my weight on my W key so it keeps going. I'm going to grab a spoonful of some of my chicken noodle soup I have in the kitchen. But yeah, stick around if you want to see, like, in just a minute or two when we get back home, my little island that I live on in this world. It's coming along really nicely, and I think you'd like to see it. It's way more interesting than the sailing is, let me tell you that much. Gotta heat this soup up, I guess. Sorry, hopefully I'm not, like, crashing into the shore. I'm in the kitchen right now with my USB headphones. Oh, I can hear that I've stopped sailing. Let's see what happened. Hit something. Okay, yep. No problem. I am back. Okay. Okay, I just need to go up a little bit to the left here, no problem. And then we'll go through the cutoff. Or whatever we want, whatever we decided to call this. Yeah, I gotta think of names. I guess, hey, I tell you what, let's name this one. This will be... And yes, I use vegetables as the indicator of where to go through. This is the Haerzerichthys Cutoff. There you go. Welcome to video game infamy. This one's slightly easier than the other one to get through. This music is very chill. I like it. basically just have to go straight north at this point. And the thing is, if I go straight north, I will just barely miss this island if I do it right. Okay, and just a few short coordinates to go until we get home, about 1800. So it'll just take a minute, and we will be there before we know it. I'm very excited to be back home, let me tell you. I'm excited to put up a translocator to get back down there easily, too. It's good music. This is, it's a very specific scale called the mystical scale. Oh shoot. Just realized something.